Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today GT4 has arrived on Assetto Corsa Competizione. So this is my first look, genuinely my first look. I've not been in at all yet. We're going to get out there on track and see what each car handles like. Loads of other people are doing videos on the specifics of each car and what they look like. I'm only interested in what they feel like on track. So let's get out there. Right, so these are the cars that we can pick in the GT4 DLC. I'm not going to read through them all, but you can see. So we're going to start with the Alpine A110 Gt4. That looks absolutely hideous. I don't know what you think. Can we turn the car around? Well, it doesn't look too bad from the back. Front looks like... Oh, that's horrible. Looks like a... I don't know what it looks like. It looks horrible. And even worse from the side, right? There must be a better livery than that we can pick. There, that's a bit better. Right. Track-wise, we're going to pick... Brands Hatch. That's what we're going to pick. We'll get out there and see what it's like. Right, as far as setup goes, we're going to load the aggressive preset. And we're going to adjust the tyres 25 psi on each corner. We'll do this with every car. Bear with me, folks. So 25 psi, aggressive setup. We'll do that on each car. Right. That looks pretty nice. Sounds alright. Right, let's get out there. See what it's like. Just have a listen. So I've not driven ACC for a while, so apologies if the standard of driving is bad. Well, it sounds good, but every car in ACC sounds good, doesn't it? A bit slidey, but the tyres are cold. So I don't know if the optimal tyre pressures is the same as in the GT3 cars. When the tyres are warm, we'll try and wind it on a little bit and see what it's like. But it feels alright. Inside of the car looks good. Right, well, initial impressions. It feels just like ACC to me, you know, nothing really different. A little bit unconnected with the road, but that could be just a force feedback issue from my point of view. Although it's getting a bit better now the tyres are warming up. Bit of understeer there. It does sound good though. So we'll do this lap and then we'll try another one. Let's see what kind of lap time we can do in this car. So traction control 1 of 5, ABS 3, 10. Just looking at the settings in the bottom right. Oh, masses of huge understeer there. Right, so just clip the grass there. But is everybody okay though after that? Is everybody alright? I did say that I hadn't driven ACC for a while. But yeah, there's not much grip at the front end with this, with the aggressive setup. Well, it doesn't feel like there is anyway. There is initially, then it fades off. Maybe just because there's not enough power at the rear just to bring it round, but there we go. That's the Alpine, a 144, but that's with a 360 no scope in the middle. There we go. Try another one. So the next one we're going to try is the Aston Martin Vantage GT4. Now that looks a bit better. I don't like the colour. Let's quickly change that to livery. Oh, that's horrendous. Not bad, no better. That's about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Mean front end, typical Aston Martin. Looks nice. I like that. Right, let's try this one. Same circuit, different car. So same again, aggressive setup. Round about 25 psi, near enough. It's near enough. I suppose if we're going to be scientific and all that kind of stuff, then I suppose we should be the same, really, although each car is going to be different. Right, let's get in, let's have a look. Right, that's more like it. That looks good. Better turn the ignition on. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a nice rasp to that. I like that. That's much more kind of thing. Much more my kind of thing, should I say. Sounds so much better. So I need to sort all the views out. I'm not doing any of that stuff right now. Obviously I wouldn't have it looking like this when I'm driving, with a bit low down, but oh god, that feels like it's driving on ice there. Right, we'll try and get some heat into these tyres. Yeah, second gear is very short. It does sound good. It does sound good. I like the camera, the rear view camera. Force feedback doesn't feel good in this car though, for some reason. I think I maybe need to tune this wheel to the force feedback, I think. We're just testing what it's like off-road. You know, I like to make my road tests as thorough as I possibly can. Of course, we didn't mean to go off track there. Yes, third gear is really, really short as well. Ooh, you hear it bouncing off the wall there. So we'll go fourth round here. Yeah. I like this better than that Alpine though. Is it Alpine? It's not Alpina, is it? Alpine. Well, it feels good. Right, initial impressions of this. I love the sound. I quite like the interior. It handles better than that other thing that we were just driving. That's where I went off on the other car as well. Yeah, quite a bit of understeer, but that might be fixed with a decent setup. Although on ACC the aggressive presets are normally alright, to be fair. They're normally quite good. But I like the way it looks inside the car. I do like that. And typically the sound is tremendous, as all cars are on ACC, to be fair. They're all really good. Right, so with no spin, a 135. Oh, it does sound good though. Oh yeah. Right, let's try something else. So now we're going to have a go in the Audi R8 LMS, the GT4. So I'm obviously familiar with the Audi in GT3 form, but not GT4. So let's jump into that, see what it looks like first. Just an Audi, isn't it? Just an Audi. It looks a bit more slimline. Obviously the arches aren't as big as usual, I don't think. Looks more road car-like than anything else. Livery. Oh, crikey. I think we'll go back to that one. There we go. Let's see what this is like. Right, so again, we've gone aggressive setup, 25 PSI on each corner. Blimey. That's a big old dash. Let's see what it sounds like first of all. Yeah, revs much higher obviously than the Aston. Sounds quite good. Right. So this should be familiar. I mean, I don't really, oh crikey, know the differences between the GT3s and GT4s. I presume there's just less power, different suspension components, etc. Bodywork looks a bit different. Just a bit of a slimmed down version, I guess. But I do like that dash. Sounds just like any other Audi in ACC. Or it sounds very similar to the GT3 version. Well, initial impressions are quite like this. I like the way it revs a bit higher than the Aston. Steering feels a little bit more direct. I'm struggling with that turn. Right, let's try and get a lap in. Again, you can hear it bouncing off the wall. I do like that effect in ACC. Oh, that's a bit wide there, Davey boy. Validated the lap, every single lap there, on every car that I've been in so far. The lap's been invalidated there. Right, can we get round the lap without going off? So the tyres are way too hot, but at least they're not cold. Yeah, I could maybe done with going down to fourth there. Again, there's not much front end bite. I don't know if that is going to be a characteristic of them all, really. I don't know if that's a GT4 thing, whether I'm just used to GT3s just having a little bit more initial grip on turning. So was it 135 in the Aston? I think it was, wasn't it? A 1:35.6, so I can't remember what the Aston got, but this isn't obviously about lap times, it's just about how they feel. It's just like any of the Audi that one, it doesn't really do anything to excite me as such. Doesn't do anything to excite me, just an Audi, but I like the look of it. It's familiar, which I like. Anyway, let's try something else. So next on the list is the BMW M4. Let's have a look, see what this looks like. Oh my god, this just looks like a road car, doesn't it? Nothing spectacular about that, but I feel the same about the M4 in iRacing as well, so it's not just ACC. Maybe I'm expecting a little bit more from race cars than what I'm getting here. But I mean, they're all, don't get me wrong, they're all beautiful cars. They're beautifully modelled. I mean, looks really good. Looks really good. But I think we'll go with the bog standard livery, I think. Right, let's get on track. So again, aggressive setup, 25 psi on each corner. Right. Right, what do I think of this? I'm not a fan of that dash. I don't think. Initial impressions. Dash looks a bit naff. Well, we'll see what it sounds like first. Oh, it's got a nice rasp. Right. Let's take this out. I mean, that could get annoying, that noise, though. That could get annoying. I don't like the way this sounds. It feels much, much heavier on the front end than the other cars. Yeah, it feels like there's... I don't know if there is an all, but it feels like there's much more grip on the front initially. None of them are massively tail happy yet. I've not found. The tyres are cold. Remember that? Yeah, it feels really heavy at the front. A bit happier to rev this one. Much easier to get it to go where I want it to go. That's how it feels. So tyres are up to 10. Let's try and get a lap. So the last car did a 35.6. There's no mistaking when it's run out of steam anyway. Yeah, they're not massively tail happy. Yeah, invalidate the lap again. Every lap. Can we go second here? Nah, third gear. Yes, I've noticed all the gearing. The gearing's much shorter on all the cars, it would seem. As you would expect, really, they don't have as much grunt. But it just makes it a little bit easier for the car to get up to speed. So far, this is my favourite to drive. It feels the best to drive. Much more predictable. So So 135.6. 135.2. I don't know if I'm sold on the sound, but enjoyed that. That was good. That was good. Right, on to the next. So the next one, quite excited about this one. The Chevrolet Camaro GT4R. Right, let's have a look at this one. Now that looks a beast. Again, it doesn't looks very road car-ish. If that makes sense. But this should be interesting to see what this is like. And we've only got one livery. Right, let's get on track. Right, same again. Aggressive preset, 25 PSI all round. What's it look like inside? Aye, that doesn't look too bad. I quite like the look of that. I like that digital dash. Let's see what it sounds like. Sounds very similar to the Aston. Just because it's a big hulking V8, I think, isn't it? Is the Aston a V8? I don't know. Sounds similar. Right, let's get out there. I'm not expecting this to be very quick. And one thing, I can't see a thing. I need to adjust my view in each car, but we're not going to do that right now. Oh, I like the sound of it. Well, this feels good, actually. This feels good. Sounds good. Initial turning's quite good. Oh, it does sound good. Bit of understeer there mid-corner. Actually feels quite good, this. Pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I'll have to adjust the view though. I can't see a blinking thing. Right, let's try and get a flying lap in, see what it feels like on warm tyres. Yeah, but initial turning's good, but again it drops off. Bit of understeer mid-corner. It's the only one that I've been able to go down to first gear in here, really. Or the only one that's felt comfortable. Again, invalidate the lap. 100% record. Yeah, not a massively tail happy, as I've mentioned before. But that's fine. Got to turn in a bit earlier than you normally would with the GT3s. I've noticed that with all of the cars, really. So 135.2 in the last car. What was the last car? Can't remember now. Oh, the BMW. Is this going to be faster? It is, you know. 34.4. Didn't expect that. Feels good. Feels good. I like it. I like it. Right, so the next one is the Ginetta G55. God knows what this thing is. Let's have a look. Now, that looks nice. I like the look of that. Yes, that looks very nice. Not keen on this back diffuser, whatever it is on the back. Splitter. But that looks beautiful from the side. Yep, that looks good. I like that. Have we got any liveries? No, that's it. Right, let's get on track with this bad boy. Right, so aggressive preset, 25 PSI. I've got a sneaky suspicion that this is the one without TC and ABS. Is that right? No, I know there's one car. I'm sure there's one car with no TC and ABS. Anyway, right, first impressions, that looks horrific. That dashboard, I don't like that. Steering wheel looks quite nice. Looks all right. Momo steering wheel. Looks nice. Right, what's it sound like? Don't like the sound of that. Anyway, see what it drives like. It's right-hand drive as well. So it revs to just over 7. Right. Yeah, a lot of grip from the front, it feels like anyway. Bit more slidey. Actually, it doesn't sound too bad when you're driving. A bit more tail happy than the rest. I can't remember what car it is. I'm sure there's one car without any TC and all that. I'm sure. But again, it sounds good in the car when you're moving. I like it. First car I've got up to 6th gear, I think. Down there. Isn't it funny? I obviously drive right-hand drive cars in real life, but when I get on the sim, they always feel a bit weird. Weird, isn't it? You'd think you'd be more comfortable. Right, let's see what it's like on warm tyres. Grip from the front end is good. I like it. I think this could be faster. Tyres aren't as hot as they were on the other cars. Yeah, it feels good through there. So we'll leave it in second this time round here. Yeah, I like it. Invalidate the lap, yep. I can't stay on track there. Right, tyres are getting up to temp now. This feels good. This feels really good. This could be my favourite so far. Sounds good on the downshift. Sounds like bombs going off when you downshift. This is going to be much quicker, I think. No, maybe not. Won't be far off. So what was the other one? A 134? No, it's slower. Much slower, 35.8. But that felt quicker, blimey. I like that. Don't like the sound of the engine in pit lane, but when you're driving, sounds good. Not keen on the dash, but overall, I enjoyed that one. Right, let's try another one. Right, so the next one, a KTM Crossbow. Now, I've driven these in... I can't remember what I've driven. It is in Project Cars or something like that. So let's have a look at this. It's not what I remember it to be. I'm sure when I drove a KTM Crossbow, it didn't have this canopy on, but it looks quite good with the canopy on. I do like the look of that. That looks really nice. Yep. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. My favourite looking car so far. We'll go with the KTM livery. Right, let's get this on track. Right, as with the others, aggressive preset with 25 PSI all round. What's it look like? Oh, that's weird. Right, that's the bar that you normally see. Hopefully you can see that. That's the bar that you normally see in other sims, but there's obviously the canopy on. Steering wheel looks good. The dash is off to the right. You can't really see that because it's behind the Assetto Corsa overlay things, the UI. Right, so what does it sound like? Sounds lazy. When it revs to 6,500 RPM. Sounds like a bus. Don't like the sound of this. Hopefully it'll sound better when we're going. Yeah, it sounds better on the move. I quite like the look of this car from the inside. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it sounds much better when you're going. Yeah, a lot of understeer though. Not as much bite from the front end as some of the previous cars. Mid-corner, again, a bit of understeer. Not really any oversteer either. Didn't feel like it's got as much power as the other ones. I don't know what the power is on these things. But we'll see, it might surprise us. This is probably one of my favourite ones from the inside though. I think it looks brilliant on the inside. Oh, a bit of grass there. Get off that, Dave. Right. See what it's like on warm tyres on a flying lap. So they're all roughly in the 35s, aren't they? Apart from the big old... Was it the Camaro, whatever it is? That did a 34. They did first gear there to get it round. Yeah, invalidate the lap once again, as we have done with them all so far. Didn't feel too bad though. Didn't feel too bad at all. Once the tyres are warmed up, it feels much better. Actually sounds alright, doesn't it? Yeah, just gonna have to watch for it creeping into that rev limiter. Is that a blow-off valve that you can hear? Maybe something like... That was my impression of a blow-off valve. Right. A 35.3, so again, quite well matched. Similar pace to the other ones. But, again, I like that one. That's up there with my favourite cars. This one and the one that we've just driven, I can't remember what that was now. Was that Ginetta? Was it the Ginetta? But I like this one, the modelling on the inside. I like it. Right, let's try another one. Not bad, this is it. I'm having some fun. Right, so next it's the Maserati. Now, this is the one with no TC. Maserati Gran Turismo MC GT4. Right, what's this look like? Like, looks like a Mazda, like RX-8 or something. Looks a bit similar to that side profile. I'm not a massive fan of that, to be honest, the look of that. But that's what it looks like in real life. But ACC have done a good job modelling it. Right, is there any liveries? No, that's it. Right, let's get on track with this bad boy. Right, so, aggressive preset setup loaded. 25 PSI on each corner. And ACC's loading times. Excellent. It means that I can just swap cars dead easy, dead quick, within seconds. Right, let's have a look at this. Right. I like the look of that. I like that dash. Steering wheel looks nice. Bottom right corner, you can see there, traction control off, brake ABS off. So no TC, no ABS. So this is probably going to be a little bit sketchy. Let's have a listen to what this sounds like. That sounded nice. Ooh. Sounds a bit raspy, but I don't know if I like that. Hopefully it'll sound better on the move. Let's see. Right. We're going to have to be a bit careful though. No TC, no ABS. Yeah. Oh. That sounds good, Mike. Shifting down gears. Maybe a little bit too much of a rev there on the downshift. Right, see if we can control it with no traction control. It'll probably make getting the car around the corner a bit easier. Getting it to a point where you want it to go, but it's not going to be as easy. Yeah, it turns a bit better because there's no TC. It sounds good though, doesn't it? It sounds good. I don't like that big old rev when you downshift. Wow. Don't like that. Doesn't sound very good. But the car going on the track sounds fine. Right, let's see what it sounds like. Or see what it goes like around a flying lap. Can't even talk. Trying to concentrate on looping this thing. Oh, listen to that. That sounds good though. Against pit wall. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. You may or may not know, but I do like cars that move around a bit. You'll see the cars that I generally drive are not high downforce cars. I like cars that move around a bit. A little bit of driver skill required to drive them, so this might be up my street, but it's probably going to be slower without the assist on, I would guess. Actually, that sound has grown on me a little bit though. That bark when you downshift. Get off there. Wow. This could be quicker. But I've said that every lap, I think, with every car, haven't I? but this could be quicker. $35.2, so no, right about where you would expect it to be. But again, I'm not keen on that massive rev there. I like that. Good fun, that. Right, so next on the list to try is the McLaren 570S. Right, let's see what this looks like. Just like a McLaren looks. Yeah, quite nice. But very much like a road car, isn't it? And I know that's probably what the GT4 series is based on. Kind of a road, kind of like a appearance. But I like that. Any liveries? That looks a bit better. Better again. We'll go for that one, I think. Right, same again. Aggressive preset. 25 PSI all round. Let's have a look inside. Not a fan. Not a fan of that kind of rev counter. I used to have a Honda SP1. Was it the VTR SP1? And that had a similar rev counter over the top, and I was never a fan of that, really. And on the right hand side, I don't know if you can see it there or not, but that's obscured by the UI. See what it sounds like? Is that really what a car sounds like? A McLaren? Sounds like a duck. Hopefully, it sounds better when we're moving. Right, turns well. A little bit more tail lappy than others on the opening lap. Again, it'd be very, very easy to hit the rev limiter, I guess, in this, because kind of expect it to have a few more RPM, but it doesn't. So it didn't get into 6th there. Sounds alright though when you're moving. Sounds good. Handles actually really well. On this opening lap anyway. Handles really well. Yeah, feel confident to push on a little bit in this car. I don't know if that's because I'm going slower, but feels a bit easier to drive than the others. Right, so it's like on a flying lap. Feels good, feels good. Yep, invalidate the lap. It's only fair, isn't it? It's only fair. Yeah, I quite like the way this drives though. I do like the way this handles. Bit of understeer there though. Yeah, I feel a bit more confident pushing on in this car than the other ones. So far, maybe after a few more laps in each one, it might feel a bit better. It might just be me getting a bit more used to ACC again, because I haven't driven it for a while. Right, what we're looking at time-wise. Gonna be about the same, I think. 34.2. So it was same kind of time as that Camaro. Yeah, I thought this felt quite good. A bit more confident in this one. I like it, I like it. Don't like the dash. Don't like the way it sounds when you rev it. But I like the car. So, next up is the good old trusty Mercedes AMG GT4. I'm obviously quite familiar with this in iRacing. I raced this quite a bit. Let's have a look at it. Doesn't look as nice. Doesn't look as nice. I mean, the AMG Mercedes are nice cars, but... I don't know. Don't know if I like that or not. What liveries are there? Oh, jeez. We'll go with the bog standard one. That's about as good as it's going to get. Right, let's get this on track. Right, same deal as the other ones. Aggressive preset 25 PSI. What's it look like inside? Like a Mercedes AMG. Familiar with this. I've never been a massive fan of the dash in the AMG, but it is what it is. See what it sounds like? Oh, that sounds like an AMG, doesn't it? Actually hear the exhaust popping when the revs die down. Crackle. Yep, I like the sound. Right, what does this drive like? Sounds good. I bet this sounds like thunder when we go down the straight, the back straight next to the pit wall. Right, so have a feel of the grip on turning. Yeah, understeer. Typical Merc. You wouldn't think it would understeer either, with all that weight over the front, with the huge, massive nose that it's got. Yeah, the gears are a bit taller than this. So not up to 6th. Yeah, understeer, understeer. Well, that might be cured with a decent setup. Sounds good though, doesn't it? Sounds really good. Just sound like thunder. Again, it's familiar, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to drive for some. Those that drive the Merc a lot. Right, try and get a flying lap in. See what it sounds like up against pit wall. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. Felt good around there. Felt good. Probably use first around there actually. On this thing. Yeah, lapping validators. Yeah. Good. Yeah, a bit more lively. Yeah, understeer. But I like it though, I do like it. But I do like the Merc. I am a bit of a Merc fanboy on iRacing. I've never really driven it at ACC. But feels good, it feels good. Is it going to be quicker though? 34.5. They're all very, very well matched, as you would expect. They've obviously done the homework and set the BOP right, but yep, I like it. Just what you would expect from Mercedes. Good job, I like that. So lastly, we're going to drive the Porsche 718 Cayman Clubsport. Right, let's see what this looks like. I've never been a massive fan of the looks of the Cayman. I don't mind the real life Cayman, the road car, but when they're in race trim, I'm never a fan. But let's have a look. That actually looks pretty darn nice. That looks good, actually. Looks really good. I don't think I've ever seen a Cayman look as nice as that, to be fair. We change colours. Oh yeah, I like that. There. Look better in the yellow, I think. But I like that. Looks really, really nice. Right, let's get this on track. Right, same dealio. Aggressive setup, 25 PSI. What's it look like inside? Like a Cayman. Looks very similar to the one on iRacing. Looks nice. Looks good. I quite like the dash. It's got the race logic thing positioned where you can see it. Ah, look at the kilometers an hour changing when I'm turning the wheel. Right, let's see what this sounds like. Sounds pretty good. Sounds very Porsche-like, doesn't it? Right, see what this is like. I'm hoping this is good. I'm really hoping the Cayman's good. Because I am a bit of a Porsche fan as well. So, front end, not much feel there. Let's see what it's like when the tyres warm up a little bit though. So the gearing's quite short. So second gear is no good round here. I mean, that's me burying the throttle there, and there's no oversteer there at all. I didn't notice if the TC was kicking in. It didn't feel like it. Sounds good. Yeah, a bit of understeer. Feels a bit numb, to be honest. Doesn't feel very lively at either end, to be honest. There's not much, and yeah, even there pushing. God, it was awful. Yeah, there's not much initial bite from the front end on turning, and there's no oversteer either. So it's not very exciting. Right, see what it's like on a flying lap though. You never know, it might be quick. It might be quick. Missed that apex there. Getting around with a little bit of oversteer, not much though. Yeah, it's a bit numb. Oh, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed. Just doesn't feel like it's got any power at all. It feels, yeah, a bit underpowered. Nothing interesting at the front end, nothing interesting at the rear. Ah, that's a shame. I mean, turning the traction control down might improve things, but I'm not gonna deviate from the aggressive preset at the moment. Oh, look at that though, understeer. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to pick a favourite out of this lot though. Some cracking cars. Right, see what it goes round in. It's not going to be a million miles off though. A 35.2. So yeah, they're all. There's only a couple, two or three that are snuck in to the 34s. But I'm a bit disappointed about the way this drives, though. It doesn't drive as I wanted it to. It's not very exciting, but it's on pace with the others. It feels quite safe, but a bit disappointed. So this is my favourite car. It's got to be the Ginetta G55. I'm not a fan of the dashboard, but it sounds great, handles great. It looks absolutely stunning. By far the best looking GT4 in my opinion. Anyway, let's just have a listen to it before we disappear for one lap round Brands Hatch.